I'm Debby Kline.
And I'm Larry Kline.
And we are the Klines. No, Debby Kline, Larry Kline.
We work together, we collaborate. The artwork that we do deals with social and political issues. And we don't have a specific method for working. We sort of decide the issue that we want to talk about, and then we determine the media that's the best way to approach that. So we're constantly experimenting, and usually working with media that we're not so familiar with, and we find that when you're working without a net and you're working in unfamiliar territories, that's kind of when the interesting stuff happens.
So when people ask us if we're painters, we say we're not that kind of artist.
Well, we met at art school.
Yes, we did.
Some years ago.
And fell in love.
We actually
fell in art.
Started collaborating when we were in art school.
Oh, yeah.
We stayed together, but there was a number of years where there was a hiatus. We weren't working together as artists. And then in the year 2000 or 2001, we started working together in our first...
We did an inaugural piece where we actually did an inaugural piece for the presidential election where we sold our votes on eBay.
Yeah.
Seems that's a federal offense.
Yes. The idea behind the piece was that money plays such a strong role in American politics that it seemed kind of arbitrary to say you can't buy or sell a vote, but yet you can use money to influence politicians, certainly. So we went through this process. We put the auction online. We eventually got shut down. We got a lovely letter from eBay saying, "We value you as a customer.
But please don't break federal law anymore."
So we never got banned from eBay. Yeah. So we created
We
this.
pull people into our art.
Yes, he was culpable as well. So we created this lovely little book documenting the whole voting process, and the last page is a picture of us casting our ballots with the photo taken by the election
Polling
official.
So that was our initial piece together outside of art school. Pieces is a work that actually will probably be the beginning of a series of works that we'll do about peace. It's the first one, and it's very self-produced. Larry's the star, and I am the cinematographer.
So I think the cinematographer is a star.
But unseen. At any rate, we get so frustrated hearing about peace so much in the world, and we decided we should do a small piece about it. And of course it talks about the fragility of peace, and also talks about the difficulty in building peace. So when you carve something into a piece of granite, it has a certain importance. And once you do that, it's a little sacred, not to be messed with. Sometimes you might even think about the Ten Commandments or a tombstone, and those are things that you do not defile. And
of course, we had to do test drops. We had the creation and destruction of peace in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We were doing test drops, and we decided we'll carve the back of the stone so that we would get nice 5 easy breaks, and it would, we planned how it was going to look. And of course, you can't control the destruction of something like that. So we dropped it, it exploded. We were trying to choke back the expletives because the cameras were rolling, and we knew that the sound was going to be part of the piece as well.
But it did. It just exploded, and we were like, holy...
And and tremendous luck that it actually fell within the range of the camera view, and it all looked perfect.
And so we've actually had people respond to it very, very strongly. Yesterday I had someone who walked up and actually tears filled her eyes. That makes me a little verklempt, as they say. So, but it tends to affect people sometimes on that visceral level. And there are these loud sounds in it, of course, that are unmistakable as sort of gunshots. And there's just a lot of unrest in the world. And it's like I said, it's the first in a series that we'd like to do. And the rest we will let you know.